Listen to me. If there was a wise man who would ever think of this, they would say in order to be superior to the man, you've got to be the man.
For I am the man himself. Hello everyone, and how are you doing tonight? This is the Club of the Man, 1993, and I'm gonna move this light out of the way because it keeps, there we go, it keeps causing troubles during my live streams. So that's what I will do from now on, is move that over there so that way it's out of the way and not cause any trouble during my live streams. But guys, what is going on? This is the Club of the Man, 1993. And as always, in order to be superior to the man, you've got to be the man. And for I am the man himself. And we are here live for my live review of this past week's episode of Monday Night Raw. The March 6th, my grandfather's birthday, 2023 edition of Raw, and it took place in Boston, Massachusetts. And of course, it is the home state of Mr. Walk around in a big fat bowl of Fruity Pebbles, as they say. Yes, that's right. John Cena returned to Raw and set up for a WrestleMania match, which is the first WrestleMania match he will have since WrestleMania 36, when he wrestled Bray Wyatt in a Firefly Funhouse match. Of course, it costed him another round of roasting and shrinking someone else down to size. Because when John Cena has the opportunity to bury you, he's going to bury you pretty darn bad. Overall, though, it was a good show. There was a couple segments that I really enjoyed. Some things that were like, didn't give a crap about at all. Almost, of course, but overall, I thought this was good. And of course, the ending. Of course, I was surprised it happened on Raw. But Jimmy Uso basically had one more shot before Roman Reigns took care of business on Friday. And basically would blame Jimmy for what all is going on with Jey Uso abandoning the bloodline and being stuck in between. Who does he stick with? His own family or his dog, Sami Zayn, as he calls him? The guy that took him quite a while since War Games to be able to fully trust Sami Zayn. In fact, the night he gained that full trust, they were right where Raw was on this show in Boston, Massachusetts. So we're going to talk about all that, go through a few things that we didn't really care too much about, and just roll from there. But yeah, I was going to just pre-record this one because I was behind, but I wouldn't have got behind if it wasn't for the Revolution review. I mean, getting behind on Revolution because, again, life caught up to me and I fell asleep during that phenomenal Iron Man match in the main event. So we are going to do Raw Live tonight. I may do a couple more uploads. Maybe the AEW review will maybe an upload. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. Because I will be going to SmackDown tomorrow night. So I will not be able to do any videos tomorrow. But I will be live at SmackDown tomorrow night. Hopefully as long as the weather stays good. But we're going to check the live chat here before we go anywhere. And we've got Tyler. He thought it was another hit and miss show. Again, there was some good, some stuff I didn't care about, but it is what it is. Brock and Omos is going to suck. Brock and Omos needs to be a squash. That's all Brock and Omos needs to be. Again, it has to be nothing but a squash. It's gotta be that. So, that's for sure. Split the Fire Horseface, his typical campaign. Split the world and tag titles. Maybe after WrestleMania, we'll see. Again, are they going to do a draft after WrestleMania? There was rumors about doing a draft after WrestleMania last fall. I kind of do hope they do and kind of get back on track with the brand split a little bit. As long as Triple H is in charge, I feel keep the brand split to at least create those opportunities. And 4 days away is Tyler's birthday. Oh, cool. Happy birthday, Tyler. Cena owned Theory on the mic. Oh, yes. He did. Basically, remember how we got John Cena shrinking Roman Reigns down to size? Yes, Cena did that to Theory this week. And it was brutal but awesome. Why can't Dolph Ziggler get released already? How Dolph Ziggler's been around for as long as he has, I don't know. I completely agree. Why is he still here? Why is he still here if he's still not going to be booked seriously at all? The ship has sailed way, way past for Dolph Ziggler. So I do agree. He's not going to SmackDown tomorrow. That's all right. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing this show live tomorrow. I will, of course, probably post a photo on my Twitter. And, of course, my Instagram page. Again, don't forget, I am on Instagram now, so please give me a follow at the Club of the Man 1993, and also on TikTok as well at the Club of the Man 1993, as I'm definitely trying to really boost them up my social media stuff and whatnot. So definitely make sure to check me out there for sure. But yeah, let's get right into Raw and talk about this, and we will go from there. So thank you as always, Tyler, for your support in the live chat, and we'll get started. So the show opened up with Paul Heyman arriving with Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa. We had already advertised on Raw a match with Kevin Owens and Solo Sikoa. Now also, some irony here. I have said for the past several months, most of the time when the Bloodline come to Raw, it feels like filler. But of course, there's been a few occasions, such as the Sami Zayn Travel, and this week's episode, what they did with the Bloodline. Phenomenal stuff. So, we had Paul Heyman giving instructions for them one more time. Jimmy has to solve the Sami Zayn problem. But of course, on Friday on SmackDown, Sami escaped, which means he's going to be here live in Boston tonight. So Solo is tasked to take care of the Kevin Owens problem. And then Jimmy, whether Jay comes to his sense or not, he will solve the Sami Zayn problem once and for all. And then, of course, they leave, and then Paul Heyman gets on his phone and dials Roman Reigns. By the way, also, apparently, Vince McMahon was backstage at this episode of Raw, apparently. And rumors are he was there solely to visit John Cena, because he knew John was going to be there. Hopefully that was the case. Again, he's getting closer and closer and closer to that creative desk, and it's just... I'm just so done with all this. Is he going to take over or not? If he's going to do it, just say he's going to do it and get it over with. Because I'm trying to enjoy his product still while I can, because I'm pretty sure soon it's not going to be enjoyable, unfortunately. Who knows? Who the heck knows? But I'm going to at least enjoy this show, because again, I actually liked some parts of this show. Also, apparently Vince was wearing a mustache. Yeah, Vince McMahon, mustache. Who cares? I don't even want to see his face. I want nothing to do with that man. Anyways, we open up with Kevin Owens and Solo Sikoa. Match was, solid. Jimmy, though, got involved to cause a DQ. Afterwards, Solo and Jimmy are brawling Kevin Owens on the desk until Sami Zayn came out to make the save. He posts Solo and Reigns mounted punches down on Jimmy, and then, of course, smashed their faces into the barricades. He went to grab a chair, but then the bloodline fleed after Sami grabbed the chair. Sami, though, slides back in the ring and offers Kevin Owens a handshake, but KO still refuses and slips out and walks away. And, there was a promo later in the night with the two of them, if I can find it here really fast before I get back to what else happens. Sami was trying to talk to Kevin, again, basically saying, I know we have our problems, I know we have our differences, but again, we've got to work together. Hold on, my notes are going weird here. So basically saying, look, we don't have to get along, but we just have to, team up to do the same thing and just take out down the bloodline together. But Owens like, I know they're too much to fight alone, and I've been doing it for 8 months. But you keep forgetting the key points, Sami. I don't want to do this with you. Maybe he was wrong. Maybe go back and apologize and stroke Roman's ego. He doesn't care what Sami does. He just wants to be left out of it. And he walks away, and then Sami still feels defeated because, again, can't get it across to Kevin Owens that, hey, we got to do this together. We got to work together on this. So, yeah, it sucks for Jimmy, but for Sami, but we still got Sami having a match later on in the night. Again, because we still don't have an answer from Jey Uso. Then we get a recap of the Bray Wyatt and Bobby Lashley business with Lashley showing up on SmackDown and trying to take out Uncle Howdy, and then the whole lights go out. Typical Bray Wyatt games. Bobby Lashley gets a promo, says he's tired of the little kid games and wants to confront Bray man to man. But Bray's not a man. Instead, he sent a guy wearing a mask. And he's like, what's it going to take to face him like a man? I'm pretty sure I'll probably find out some more tomorrow on SmackDown. But, again, I'm just still... yes, the match with Bobby and Bray is fresh. But, at the current stage, they just have, nothing that's, mixing together. I'm hearing the rumor is the story they're trying to go with is Bray Wyatt thinks Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar are the typical men the WWE look for. So he's trying to target them and prove them wrong. Okay, but is it really the right time for Bobby Lashley and not Bobby Lashley. It is the right time for Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar to blow off their feud. That, my friends, is a fact. Again, this Bobby Lashley and Bray Wyatt just feels so random, and it doesn't even feel like it's WrestleMania level right now. Again, because Bobby's on a whole new level, he really can't afford to lose. Then there's Bray Wyatt, who I still can't figure out what the heck is going on with him. Is he with Uncle Howdy? Is he fighting off Uncle Howdy? I don't understand. And I feel like we should have gotten to the point by this point, but we still haven't. So, again, this is one of the two matches as of now, that and the Brock Lesnar and Omos match, I just really don't care about. I'm not a fan of this. Again, I still think they should have done Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley. I still get why. Because apparently, even so, they're going to have Bray Wyatt fight Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar, though, turned that down because he didn't think that, Bray's demeanor and him worked, he thought. So, that's kind of how it eventually came back to Brock Lesnar and Omos. So, it wasn't all 100%, Vince suggested Omos and they gave him the match right away. No, it sounded like they were going to do Brock Lesnar and Bray Wyatt. But even that, again, it just hurts the whole thing that happened with Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley. And again, they have a reason to have one more match. And I don't get why we're just sending them in separate directions for the time being. I don't get it. I really don't. So, there's that again, I'm not too crazy about. Carmella's backstage, says Adam Pearce gave her this match to get out of his hair, but she's going to humiliate his champion. Then Chelsea Green rolls up and suggests that they go over Adam Pearce's head and talk to his manager. And Carmella likes it, and she tells Chelsea, I want you in my corner tonight. Again, they're teasing like a tag team with Carmella and Chelsea Green, and I'm actually liking it. I really feel like the two of them would blend very well together. I do like it. Now, of course, Chelsea Green has another tag team partner that's not in WWE right now, that we all know I'm a huge fan of, that happened to like my Instagram post today. Thank you very much, Deonna Purrazzo, which I, of course, was happy to see, because I posted a throwback of my story about when when I got those autographed pictures from her, and I tagged her in it, and believe it or not, she liked the post. And so I was definitely ecstatic about that. So thank you, Deonna. But of course, for now, Chelsea Green seems like she's forming an alliance with Carmella, and I'm intrigued. Again, I am very interested to see where this will go. I think they're both of them like getting more character focused is going to really help both of them. So I'm looking forward to seeing what these Karens have to do. Don't be a Karen. For those of a mother named Karen, don't be your mother. Just kidding. Don't be a Karen. Don't be a Chelsea Green or Carmella. But anyways, Bianca Belair has a match against Carmella. That match, of course, was, what it was. Chelsea was in her corner. Eventually, though, Bianca gets a win with the KOD. Afterwards, Chelsea runs in and double teams Bianca Belair until Asuka comes down. Asuka didn't have her face painted, though. I'm not sure why, but she had her face painted, but she still sprayed mist in Chelsea's face. And, of course, Chelsea freaked out about it and probably wanted a manager for that, too. And then her and Bianca just have a stare down. Like, this match will be good at Mania, but it's one of the matches where it's like, okay, it's going to be good, but it feels like the build in between just doesn't matter. Like, Asuka won a women's title shot. Cool. But for right now, at least, it feels like there's no other story for this. So, this is one I'm like, we'll see you guys at Mania. Basically, is what it is, feels like to me. And of course, we had that Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn running backstage. Then we have Miz TV. And he knows we're all wondering what's going to happen when Seth Rollins and Logan Paul come face to face on his show. So they both come out. And then Miz tries to stop the crowd from singing Seth Rollins' theme song, but Seth just tells them to continue to do it. And eventually Logan Paul's like, hey, we got a time limit. We need to get this segment rolling. And of course, then people are just booing the crap out of Logan Paul. Thank goodness. Boo his ass out of the building. Can't stand that SOB. And what also I cannot stand he's this damn good. I just can't stand it. He's that damn good. Yes, he's being sued right now, but outside of that, he's that damn good. And I believe him and Seth is going to have a show-stealing match at WrestleMania. I can't believe I'm saying that. It's like, I want to hate the guy, and I hate it even more that he's just so good. It drives me crazy. But I know he's going to be awesome at WrestleMania. Ah! I think I got it all out there. I think I did. Cool. So, of course, Seth addresses the people and points out that him and Logan have never been formally introduced. So he gives him his whole thing. I am a visionary. I am a revolutionary. I am Seth freaking Rollins. Logan's like, yeah, I know who you are. You're the clown I dumped at Rumble and whose head I stomped at Elimination Chamber. He doesn't know what the problem is, aside from the fact that he's just better than Seth at his job than he is. And if he were Rollins, he wouldn't like him either. Miz tries to butt in and says how Logan makes some great points. But Seth says nobody likes Logan, which is true, because he's the scum of the earth. A coward. A troll. A fraud. Yes. And a human dumpster fire. Boss No, though, didn't come here to hear them talk. They came to see Seth get his pound of flesh. And it's time to fight. Miz is like, whoa, 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 whoa. And Logan's like, I want to fight too. But then Miz stops and says how, I don't want you guys to fight for free. Oh, no, sorry. Logan says he doesn't fight for free. He fights on a bigger stage with more money and star power. And Miz is like, well, I'm the host of WrestleMania. I can make the match happen for WrestleMania. So Seth's like, come on, let's do it. He tosses Miz out of the ring, and him and Logan start the brawl. A stomp was blocked. And then Miz makes the save on Logan, I believe it is. But then Rollins lays the Miz out with a super kick and gets taken out by a right hand by Logan Paul. And Logan tells him, let him know about WrestleMania when he wakes up. Bye-bye, bitch! As Seth said them last week, said the same thing this week. Oh, man. Yeah, like I said, it just drives me crazy that I can't stand Logan Paul, but I know he's that good, and I know him and Seth are going to put on a clinic at Mania. Oh, boy. It's sad that's actually something that's on the positive side of this show and this build to Mania. Dear Lord. By the way, the rumors are also that WrestleMania is going to have 6 matches on each night. 12 matches for a 2-night show? I'll take it. I actually do have been trying to get to them, but a small card prediction video. Not like any big and fancy graphics like previously, but just some easy stills that I might just throw together. See if I get the views on that again. If not, then I'm trying to bring some stuff back to the channel. Because my goal for this year is to get 2,000 subscribers. I have like 1,820 now, I think it is. I'd like to get to 2,000. And I know that if I'm going to get to 2,000, I might have to bring some things back before that at one point did work. And that was indeed MASH cards. So I may bring them back. Nothing like big, something simple for now, but we'll see how that goes. But I would like to post, even though most of the matches are pretty much, out there and official, add some stipulations to a few. But, so we have that. This is when I went outside and put up my new mailbox in the rain. Almost squashed Dolph Ziggler. And, of course, MVP is hyping up his match with Brock Lesnar that I don't give a single shit about. Then we have the Maximum Male Models backstage, googly eyeing Otis again. When Baron Corbin rolls up to talk like he thought they were contemplating him, Massey, though, stabs them and they talk about Otis's wit and grit and his it factor. And then Maxine's like, yeah, I see the potential if you can get rid of a short, ugly one over there, pointing out to Chad Gable, which sets up a match for later on in the show, in which Baron Corbin lost. Chad Gable finally got a win. I'm starting to question, though, it's like, okay, they're having Corbin lose like a jobber. When are they going to just go back to bum-ass Corbin? Seriously, story makes sense at this point. Why isn't Corbin going depressed? He's basically bum-ass Corbin again. They're just not opening up that window right now. And they need to, because again, bum-ass Corbin is actually going to make Baron Corbin relevant again. Although I read something the other week, apparently the reason why they dropped it originally is because Vince didn't want to make Corbin a babyface. I mean, if you want to make the guy relevant, you might just have to go that route, because if you want to make him worthwhile, worth being here, that might be what you have to do. Don't be afraid to make someone who's been a villain for a long time a babyface. And the same thing was with Wade Barrett. When he was Bad News Barrett, how over he was. He even said, let's roll with it. I've never been a babyface before. Let's see how it goes. And instead, he became Bad News Barrett, who didn't cut promos, and he got released. So, we'll see. Maybe they will eventually give us a bum-ass Corbin. But Otis is still being eyed up by the Maximum Male Models. I still cannot believe I actually am getting behind Maximum Male Models because of the stuff with Otis. or Otis. But we'll see where it goes. Again, I am intrigued by this little low card story. We have Paul Heyman giving Jimmy Uso a pep talk. He heaps the pressure on him by reminding Jimmy he also has to bring Jay back into the fold by the end of the week. Finn Balor and Johnny Gargano had a match. They are seeming to start giving Johnny a little bit of a direction, which I do like. Again, I do think they had to kind of like pull back on him for a bit because his plans got messed up by Tommaso Ciampa's injury. The rumors are they were going to reunite DIY. But, you know, they've been giving him like a little more of a spotlight lately, and I like it. Put on some good matches. And this match with Finn was good too, and I think this is only the second time they've ever met one-on-one, because the only other time I think they met was TakeOver Portland when they had a one-on-one match. And it was a night Johnny had turned heel later on in the show. I didn't like that heel run, but Johnny, though, does get the victory after Edge interfered and took out the Judgment Day, and Johnny won with the one final beat. So that's a big win right there for Johnny. And then Edge was interviewed backstage as he's getting ready to leave. And he talks about how he and Finn are starting to affect each other's careers. And he calls out Balor, saying next week he'll be in the ring by himself to settle this once and for all. Again, though, I mentioned this before. Am I the only one who wants to see Finn Balor win this match at Mania? Because I keep saying, the whole story here is for Edge to basically, end what he started, which was the Judgment Day. But again, the Judgment Day had done nothing but lost every pay-per-view match except for Extreme Rules when Finn Balor won the I Quit match. So again, with Edge and Beth defeating them at Chamber, what's the point of doing the match again just for Finn to lose again? So I'm still hoping they do have a match, and I'm still hoping that Finn wins as the Demon as well. Piper Niven beat Nikki Cross in a bland match. Backstage we got Rick Boogs talking with Elias. And Elias wants to talk about Boogs' star power, how it's growing, and Boogs will only learn by going out there and doing it himself. He tells Boogs to go up to Bronson Reed and challenge him to a fight. And so he does. Bronson walks over, tells Elias if he wants to fight, he'll fight him next week. And Boogs basically says, bring it on. And then we get the return of John Cena. As MJF would say, the man who preaches hustle, loyalty, and respect. The you can't see me's, or the King of Kings. Referring back to his shoot promo he had with CM Punk. But, or as he called him, PG Punk. We got John Cena come out. Got a warm hometown welcome. Can't tell you the last time that John Cena actually got cheered in his hometown, because usually he gets booed. But no, he got a little emotional. Comes down, does his usual shtick, the never give up towel, acknowledging the crowd. He's about to talk, probably do his usual, introduction that, he would normally do. But then, A-Town, down. Here comes Austin Theory. Again, not even giving John Cena a moment to talk. Again, up until this moment, on the microphone, John Cena hasn't said a single word. And Austin lets the crowd chant and says, just like them, he's got all the respect in the world for John. He only became a superstar because of John. And watching him on TV with his mom, he got inspired. And he thanks him for the hustle, loyalty, and respect. So he's got a gift for Cena. That gift is a match against him for the United States Championship at WrestleMania. You would think Cena would be like, what do you think? What? Awesome! Like the overexcitement he always gets. But John, though, just sat there, was like, He grabs his microphone and puts up his mouth and he says a word that I don't usually hear from Cena much, but no. And we're like, what? He said no? So, John Cena took a second to think about it. Thought it over. He ain't interested. He's not interested in Austin's gift because he hasn't earned the right to give the gift. We don't care about him because we don't believe in him. And we don't believe in him because he doesn't believe in himself. He's a generic kid, which, hold up, Cena. You know the man hates being called kid. Remember the Raw I was calling Raw is Theory? Yeah, he was snapping on Ziggler because Ziggler called him a kid. He's out here in his fancy sneakers and indoor sunglasses, and he's got nothing in his heart. Does he even have a heart to begin with? He walks in Theory's shoes, and right now he's in ruthless aggression, which almost got John Cena fired. It was a great opportunity, but he didn't believe in himself, and it wasn't enough. Opportunity after opportunity, but Austin has no heart and soul. For 20 years, the crowd has been yelling back and forth with Cena, and they're here tonight because they believe. But Austin doesn't believe, and he's only a pair of trunks away from being a jabroni. But here's the compliment. Austin Theory has the best name in WWE history. Think about it. Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, The Undertaker. There is no name better than Austin Theory. Because that's exactly what he is. A theory. And of course, that briefly was his in-ring name, Theory. They dropped the Austins. They didn't want to get him, because Vince didn't want to get him and Stone Cold Steve Austin mixed up. But of course, he's a theory. In theory, no one cares. And on behalf of Boston, John Cena would like to give him a gift. And that gift is to shut up, turn around, get out of the ring, and they'll let Austin walk out of here in peace. Austin then was like, no, not happening, because I see all your never give up shirts, but isn't you saying no giving up? Where's the hustle? Where's the loyalty? And where's the respect? Don't you all want to see John Cena at WrestleMania? Well, shut up, because he said no. And apparently, you can't meet your childhood heroes because they'll just do nothing but disappoint. Cena's like, and this was probably one of the best lines of the show. This was a big burn right here. Going back to, of course, during the days of the Thunderdome, John Cena, of course, Austin Theory was making fun of John Cena for being bald. And John had pulled his cap over and showed that he had the hair cover up his bald spot. John Cena says, I would rather be bald than have to have a crowd noise piped in for me. Ouch. I'd rather be bald than to have a crowd noise piped in for me. Basically saying Austin Theory can get no true reaction. That was the best part of that promo, in my opinion. Well, one of the best parts. He says Austin's a dumb SOB because he didn't say no to give up. He said it because Austin's not ready. If they fight at WrestleMania and John wins, Austin loses everything. But if Austin wins, he still loses everything. He may win today, but the next night on Raw, he has to come out here and explain himself to the most critical audience in WWE that'll eat him alive because they'll see what he says that sees that Austin Theory is full of crap. But he left no choice. He brought the fans into this, and he asked the crowd, "Want to see me fight Austin at Mania?" And everybody's like, "Yeah, yeah." And Cena says, "I don't care about Theory, but I'll never give up on the crowd." And he accepts the U.S. title match at WrestleMania. He says, "But here's the thing though, Austin. You got no brain, got no heart, or balls." And he ball taps him. I mean, wasn't as funny as when he ball tapped Miz going, "Were you firing blanks down there, sport?" But it was definitely up there. And then he takes his leave, he gets on the stage, and he says, "Austin may not be ready for WrestleMania, but I would like to introduce you to somebody who is the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes." And him and Cody shake hands and hug on the stage, and basically Cena endorses him for, all he's done and whatnot. So awesome there. And again, I'm excited about this match for Mania. Again, that's a match I've been wanting to see. Again, last summer, thought we were going to get that SummerSlam. But again, the moment Austin Theory revamped and got away from his whole selfie Vince McMahon protege gimmick, I've been wanting to see this match. And we're getting it at Mania. That will be great. I'm excited to see what happens between Austin Theory and John Cena. And see, of course, where they go from there. And, of course, again, this is basically, some shoots. What's going to happen next week? I don't know. But we got basically a John Cena, Roman Reigns 2017 shoot type promo out of this. I mean, Cena did most of the talking. He basically shut Austin Theory's mouth so bad in this match. In this promo. And pretty much buried him alive. But I'm excited to still see where this goes and what Austin Theory can benefit from this feud. So we'll continue to keep on rolling, Brownberry, keep on burning. Anyways, so Sami Zayn is backstage being interviewed again. He says Owens was right, but things have changed. The one guy who always had his back, Jimmy Uso, is trying to put an end to him. He's not going anywhere until he sees the end of Roman Reigns with his own eyes. Tonight, though, is not going to be Jimmy's night. Then we had Chad Gable beating Baron Corbin by submission. And then we have the new tag champs for the women, Becky Lynch and Lita, coming out. And Becky says, when a couple of legends like them step in the ring side by side, you better believe they're not going to miss. And Aaliyah's like, Becky gave her the opportunity to become tag champ, and you either let the opportunity pass by or you go make history. They have a very special, though, Eagle Eyes, though, to thank for their help. And in fact is Trish Stratus, who I think she's 47 now, I think. Still looks in great shape. She comes out and tells Lita she'll always have her back because they're best friends. And to see her team up with a man and capture gold, she wouldn't have missed it for the world. And she mentions, though, how she had told Bayley months back in Toronto that she needed to keep her mouth shut. But before she could finish, out come damaged goods. Damage control, or as I call them, damaged goods. Bayley admits that Trish and Lita are reasons that they're all in the ring now, but they all will be the reason they never come back. Trish says she can go from I am retired to I was retired real quick, and she can't think of a better place to shut Bayley up than at WrestleMania. And even though Damage Control is like, nah, we're good. Well, sorry. Dakota and Io are like, nah, we're good. Bayley's like, I accept. And then they started brawling, and we're going to get that 6-woman tag match at Mania. I guess given a stipulation, could be good. But again, since Damage Control's been booked like crap since they started, I just don't care as much for this match. Okay, I'd rather... If I could rank which ones I'm not so excited about towards the bottom, like Brock Lesnar and Omos, Bobby Lashley and Bray Wyatt, and then this 6-woman tag match. I'm sure it'll be good, But at this point, it's like there's nothing to gain for damage control at this point. Like this, at this point, just needs to lead to a story where they split up damage control and send them their own ways. Because again, this just is not working. Again, they ain't damage control; they're damage goods. That's all they are right now. So we have that, and then we have the main event: Sami Zayn versus Jimmy Uso. Match was pretty quick. Sami won with the sunset flip. But towards the end of the match, we see Jey Uso arrive. Running through the crowd, jumps on the barricade. And he's like, come on, let's go. But you couldn't tell who he was cheering for. Sami or Jimmy. So after the match, Sami rolls out of the ring. Jey comes into the ring and puts his hand on his brother's shoulders and stares down deep into his eyes. And then, of course, emotions just start, running over them. And then Jey grabs Jimmy's We the One shirt, bunching it up in his hands like he wants to tear it off of him. But then, of course, when it just got too much, he let go and walked past his brother and he leaves the ring silently. Forgetting that Sami is still on the outside, well, I did at least, he then stops and looks at Sami. And he says something, and we couldn't quite tell what he says. And then he hugs Sami. Jimmy and Sami are embracing, hugging each other, and Jimmy's in the ring like, what the hell is happening here? Like, why is this happening? And then they touch forehead to forehead. And then Jimmy, though, throws up the ones. Jey throws up the one. And so does Sami. And then Sami's telling Jimmy, it's not too late. You can do the right thing, get out of this. You can get out of this abusive, thing we got here with Roman Reigns taking full advantage of his own family to keep himself at higher power. You can do that. And then I could feel it coming. I'm like, he's going to do it. He's going to do it. And he did it. Jey Uso super kicks Sami Zayn while on the ramp and knocks him down. And he then starts yanking Sami. He starts yelling at him, saying, "I couldn't choose you. It's about family." And then he throws Sami into the ring, and the Bloodline just beat him down. Solo Sikoa joins in, and then Cody Rhodes' music hits. He runs down, and strange enough, the Bloodline's shocked to see Cody, but they don't attack him. He stands next to Sami Zayn. That's how the show goes off the air. So, of course, first off, very well done turn from Jey. They got us thinking. Again, it wasn't obvious right away that Jey was going to turn on Sami. Especially, again, Jey was the one that took forever to accept Sami in the Bloodline. Of course, some people are saying, too, though, and I wouldn't put it past them for this, but they're saying that Jey Uso may have turned, but what if this is just a setup for him to play, like, in the to play the Bloodline to go in Sami's favor. You never know, but yeah, that turn is there. And it was also noted that during one of the backstage segments, I think it was a segment with Boogs and Elias, you see Kevin Owens and Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes talking in the background. Which again is making you wonder, is this going to be a thing where Sami, Cody, and Kevin come together, with Cody trying to mend things with Sami and Kevin, to have the three of them take out the Bloodline at Mania. Which could work. Again, it could get something different to this story with Roman and Cody, because right now, Roman and Cody is all about, Dusty. Which is good, but again, after WrestleMania, what's Cody's story going to be? Because it always can't be about Dusty. It can't always be that way. But we'll have to wait and see. Again, the tag match is set up. We got the women's having a 6-1 tag set up. We got Seth Rollins and Logan Paul set up. I mean, they haven't announced Bray Wyatt and Bobby Lashley, but that's pretty obvious going to happen. They haven't announced Ray and Dom yet, but I think the card is just about finished for Mania. And that was Raw. Again, I gave it a B. I gave it a B because there was stuff that I thought really set up WrestleMania great. Stuff that wasn't really quite WrestleMania stuff, or like this other stuff that's like, don't really see it, get to the match of Mania, but it'll be good. It's like, fine. I gave the show a B. I thought it was a good show. I enjoyed it. Got me excited for Mania. Check the live chat before we go off the air here. Where we go here. Todd says, why can't Rhea face Bianca at Mania instead of Charlotte? Have her face Asuka. Which, yes, Asuka does have more of a history with Charlotte. And yes, Rhea does also. So again, I'm not sure why. I mean, again, are they going to move Judgment Day to SmackDown? Because it doesn't seem like they're really going to break them up right now. And I keep saying this too. If you're going to have them break up, you should just have them do it after the mixed tag match at Chamber. But I don't know what will happen with the Bloodline. I mean, the Bloodline with Judgment Day. Fire Logan Paul, please. Yesterday, I have an awful. My mom was going to beat the hell out of him. What? I'm not sure what I mean by that. Bum-ass Corbin reminds him of Squidward when he was homeless and SpongeBob took him into Mr. Krabs' missing dime. Oh, that episode, that was off. That was a good episode of SpongeBob. That's a good comparison, actually, Tyler. Ryback is a Goldberg ripoff. Ryback. What are we talking about Ryback for? But he was. Wrestling News 365. What's up? John Cena cut a hellacious promo on Austin Theory. He sure did. Tyler called Jay's assault on Sammy, and then Wrestling News 365 honestly thought that Jay Uso that was going to turn on his own brother. And again, like I said before, there still could be more to this. Like, Jay could be just ploying it, but we will see. We will see. Tomorrow night on SmackDown. And again, I will be there live in the audience at SmackDown tomorrow night. I'm looking forward to it. It should be a pretty good show. Especially that Fatal 5-Way we're going to be getting tomorrow. By the way, is anybody else kind of wanting to see that Fatal 5-Way turn into a 6-man ladder match? I don't know how they'll do it, but again, I just feel like WrestleMania, we haven't really had a ladder match for a while. And that'd be a pretty good ladder match for the IC title there, with the 6 of them. But we'll see. That's Raw, guys. That's my thoughts on Raw. I gave it a B. Thank you guys again for joining me live. Again, I have a lot of other content like I want to produce and get out there. Again, there's some other stuff I want to do. Again, try to give me a variety. Again, the goal is 2,000 subscribers this year. I want to get to 2,000 subscribers. And again, I'm at 1,820 last I knew. So why can't we add a little more? I don't think it will hurt. So, yeah, dig in and we will see, we will find, and we will go from there. So, guys, a B for Raw this week. I don't know if I'll do Dynamite Live at all or if I'll just record it. We'll see. But what are your guys' thoughts on this week's episode of Raw? Make sure you guys leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. And be sure as always to slap a like on the video and subscribe for more content on my channel. And follow me on Twitter at the Club of the Man 93. Be sure as also always to shout for me for sub. And follow me on TikTok at the Club of the Man 1993. I did post a TikTok and on my Instagram and here on YouTube as well, a video advising how the Club of the Man became the man. And also for instant news, instant highlights, and other instant moments. Be sure also to follow me on Instagram at the Club of the Man 1993, where I was a very, very lucky boy. Well, not just lucky boy, but very lucky person. Well, had a cool moment today. Again, I shared a Throwback Thursday post about my story about getting my Deonna Purrazzo autographs. And Deonna Purrazzo, one of my favorite female wrestlers of all time, did in fact like the post. So again, Deonna, thank you very much. So, yes, catch me on Instagram as well at the Club of the Man 1993 as well. And until then, guys, I'm checking out. I'll catch you guys all later. Have a great rest of your night. May upload a few more videos tonight. Not sure yet. Also, too, if you're a fan of video games, check out my latest Roller Coaster Tycoon Let's Play as well. I've completed for Evergreen Gardens. Hopefully this weekend I'll get to Bumblebee Beach, which is only a 2-year park. So I will hopefully fly through that as well. So until then, guys, I'm checking out. I'll catch you all later. Have a great rest of your night. Love you guys all. Oh, that's not my line. Remember, guys, in order to be superior to the man, you've got to be the man. And for I am the man himself.